Hey everyone, welcome back. In the last video I showed you how to create explosive arrows and snowballs. Something pretty fun if you're making a minigame, but they don't have that many uses, I guess. In this video I'm going to show you how to make something that's actually quite useful if you're making a server for lots of people, especially if you have a hub system. I'm going to show you how to create items that you can click in your inventory that will run commands or force the player to do things, like teleport somewhere. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a command to give ourselves an item that'll do something. So let's do /command/special item. You can call this whatever you want. I'm just doing this for now. We'll set the description of the command to be gives item that when clicked runs a command. The usage, once again, this doesn't really matter because there's nothing else to add to special item. It's literally just a command. And we'll add trigger. So we'll give the player, let's say red concrete, and we'll give it a special name, named teleporter. This will do exactly what you think it does. We'll save, we'll reload, and we'll run /special item. And you can see it gave us a red concrete, and that concrete is called teleporter. Right now, it's just literally a piece of red concrete. But let's turn this concrete into a teleporter. We're going to use another Skript event here. We're going to use the on right click event. This event is called anytime a player right clicks with an empty or open hand. In this case, you want to see that the player is holding the item. If players held item is red concrete, we'll do something. Now, of course, we want to make sure that it only happens when the player is holding the teleporter concrete, so we'll add one more if statement. If name of players held item is teleporter. And then we can make the player run a command, or we can make the server run a command on the player. In this case, let's make the server run a command, that way the player doesn't need to be opt. So in this case, we're making a teleporter, so we'll make the server teleport the player up 20 blocks. Execute console command. This will make the server run a command in the console. And we're gonna put the command that we want to run in quotes. And we'll do /TP. We'll put the player's name in %, because we want the command to be run on that player. And we can use the relative coordinates system for vanilla Minecraft. So this will teleport the player up 20 blocks. And we'll hit save. Now we'll go back, and we'll reload. And if we right click, whoa! We got teleported up 20 blocks. Pretty easy. Now there's a slight problem here. Let's say we were in survival mode, and we right click it. Uh-oh. Wow, we almost died. We lost the concrete. So how do we prevent this from happening? Let's go back into our code. We want to make sure that the concrete doesn't disappear when we actually use it, or right click with it. So we're going to add a cancel event expression. This will prevent the player from actually placing the concrete. It'll still detect that the concrete is clicked, but it won't actually place it. So we'll save. We'll reload. And let's go game mode C, just so that we don't die. We'll give ourselves a special item again. And now when I right click, you can see that the concrete did not get placed. I'll do it again. I'll get rid of this one. It did not get placed. You can see that it sort of got placed, but the server canceled it out. This is just a client-side bug, but the concrete isn't actually there. Now let's do something a little more interesting with it, with a teleporter. Instead of just teleporting the player up, let's actually make the player fly away, get pushed away. So we'll use the push expression. Push player backwards at speed, let's say speed 5. And we'll hit save. We'll come and reload. And when we right click, whoa, it pushes the player back. Now the way that the backwards push works is that it depends on where the player is looking. So if I'm looking straight up, it's going to try to push me straight down. It's pushing the player backwards based on the position of the player's head. So if I look straight up, it's going to launch me straight up. If I look directly forward, it'll push me straight backward. If I'm at an angle, then it'll push me in the other direction. You can play with the strength of this, and you can make little nudges, or you can make the player fly away like this. You can also combine the speeds. So let's say push player left at speed 5. So this should push the player diagonally. We'll reload. You can see now it pushes us at an angle. Something else you can do is if you want to push the player backwards, then push them left, we can actually put a bit of a delay in here. Remember that Minecraft uses a ticks-based system. There are 20 ticks per second. So let's say we want to wait a half a second before the player gets pushed left. We can type wait 10 ticks. 10 ticks is 1/2 a second. So what you'll see now after we save and reload is I'll get pushed backward, and then after 10 ticks, I'll get pushed to left. So let's try it. Backward, left. Using ticks, delays, and push motions, you can make the player do some pretty interesting movements. Once again, if you're making mini games or something, you can play around with this and make some pretty cool effects. It's a pretty fun tool, and what's cool is that these command items that we've created here, you can make them do pretty much anything you want. They can be server commands, or you can use script functions to do all kinds of funky things. Once again, if you guys have any suggestions for things that you'd like me to show you how to do, please leave a comment below. I read every single comment, and I will do my best to try every single suggestion that you guys leave me. I'll also leave a link to the Skript documentation in the description. The documentation shows all the different events, triggers, expressions, and different things that Skript can understand and do. If you want to look through it, you can learn how to use some of the cool functions in there. I don't have time to show every single one, so it's best that you guys go through and look at yourselves. There are a lot of great examples. And I'll also, once again, leave the link to the Discord channel for the official Skript SK Unity community. You can get a lot of awesome help there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.